All right, and for this video, I'm going to walk you through how to make a basic standard plate reverb on the Mercury X. Let's get into it. All right, and for here, we're going to do the same process on the Mercury X. So we're going to press these back few buttons until we find a blank preset, which I believe I have right there. So I'm going to use preset 90. You could use 99, whatever. The preset starting here is an ultra plate. And so similar to the delay on the LVX, we're just going to stay here within these few controls, all right? So let's see what sound we have right off the bat. Okay, so we have a reverb that has some pre-delay on it. I'm using MIDI clock on this, which means that we do have some discrepancies with the pre-delay section. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go here to pre-delay blend. We turned up all the way. Now we have only delay. So we're going to turn it down all the way. And to adjust the pre-delay, you actually want to go back. What you want to do is, if you don't want to have any pre-delay on your reverb at all, if you're using MIDI clock, like I said, if you're using MIDI clock, whether it's from an RJM Mastermind or a micro clock, whatever, you're going to have to deal with this. So what I would recommend is going to the pre-delay section on page 202, turn your dry blend all the way up, and now we should have a standard normal reverb. And if you want to blend in just a little bit of pre-delay, yeah, and so without getting too deep into the pre-delay, the pre-delay on the Mercury X is, for all intents and purposes, a functioning delay. You have right division, left division, all that kind of stuff. Another option you could do is, if you don't want to mess with the dry blend, you can also go to the right division or left division, turn them up all the way to, I think the highest number is triplet 32nd note. So then if we turn our dry blend all the way down now, it's basically the same. Great, so we've created a very functional reverb without really having to dive deep at all into it. We've not touch the feedback of the pre-delay. All we've done is we've adjusted the actual subdivision of the pre-delay, or touch the dry blend. That's really all you have to do to get a great sounding reverb on the LVX without having to dive any deeper into it. So let's go from here. So we have the ultra plate structure, mod depth, mod speed, decay, low frequency, and high frequency. So say if it's, maybe you think this reverb sound is a little too long, the decay down, right? Now you have a short verb. I've always loved short plates on the Meris stuff. I think I want just a little bit more, so let's bring it up to maybe like 40% on the decay. That's fine. I think there's a little bit too much low end information on there, so I'm going to bring the low frequency down just a little bit. I think it sounds great. I might bring the highs down just a little bit. Mod speed, you can adjust it from 0. We had it at 1 hertz. mean, it's ultimately up to taste. The pitch control on the Ultra Plate structure basically gives you, it's basically the pitch vector on the Mercury 7. So you have the up, the down, the octave down, the pitching down, the fifth, and shimmer. If you want shimmer, you could do octave up. Bring the mix up just a little bit. Maybe we'll bring the decay up a little more too. Maybe bring the low frequency and bring the high frequency down a little bit. Or not have it at all. So yeah, you know, to make a pretty standard sounding long plate reverb, all you have to do is just go between the pre-delay section and the reverb section, and that's it. So, I mean, if I was just creating a standard reverb sound that would keep on all the time, this is pretty much all I would do without diving too deep into it. Because you don't need to touch diffusion, you don't need to touch pitch or anything like that. It's just the algorithm, mod if you want it, mod speed if you want it, and then the frequency. So there you go. That's how you make a simple, basic, run-of-the-mill reverb sound on the Mercury X.